2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. And tonight, we'll see Indiana as they go up against the Magic. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's an interesting matchup here, Clark, especially in the backcourt.
Well, you've got guards that can do a little bit of everything. They pass it, they score it. They can control and manage tempo. I think it makes for a very entertaining game.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Artest. Here's Tinsley. Clock at 6. Here's O'Neal, and it's sent back by Howard. Hill against Jackson. Here's Francis. Here he goes. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
The quickness of Francis, so good at getting to the basket.
Tinsley pass to Jackson. Granger outside. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outside Hill. Pass to Howard. It's hauled in by Artest.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Outside Jackson. Granger against Turkoglu. Granger kicks to Tinsley. Jackson a screen on Howard. Tinsley with the bucket.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Artest. Granger outside. Up and in on the layup.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Jackson against Hill. Turkoglu outside. Here's Francis. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. His three-pointers off the mark. Indiana leading. O'Neal looking around. Jam by O'Neal.
What a nasty finish that was. O'Neal playing with a little attitude right now.
And here's Outlaw for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Jackson passes to Artest. Here's Tinsley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. The rebound by Outlaw. O'Neal's gone 1 of 3 on the night. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Rising up with power. I like seeing that kind of aggression down low.
And Tinsley kicks to O'Neal. Granger outside. Here's Tinsley. The rebound by Outlaw.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's Turkoglu. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 2.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now Howard. After Ron Artest's three-pointer that didn't go. From deep, Turkoglu. And it's slammed in by Howard.
The first guy you have to box out, Dwight. Can't allow Howard to be free on the glass.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Jackson against Hill. Outside Jackson, outside Artest. Out to the wing. Tinsley pass to O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one falls.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Outlaw. Here's Francis. Launches a 3. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. Indiana moving the ball around. Jackson deciding where to go with it. O'Neal passes to Granger. Now Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, GA, even though it's very early in this season, what kinds of things have stood out to you so far?
The teams have gotten off to hard starts. That's one. I'm interested, though, to see if they're able to maintain that moving forward. It's a long season, and so many things can happen over the course of it.
And he makes the first.
And I love the passion that Jackson plays with. Never bashful when it comes to pulling the trigger, and an outstanding two-way player.
The Pacers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Keon Dooling, he's checked in for the Magic. That one drops. He ties it up. The Magic have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Francis. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now, here is O'Neal. The rebound by Outlaw. Outlaw's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Francis. And there's the call on Jackson. That's his first foul. Howard, the pass to Outlaw. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer.
You know, Artest, well known for his defense. Really gritty, strong, doesn't give up an inch, really makes his opponent work.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. To the left wing, wide open look, and Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Artest. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Going upstairs, Mr. Artest. Yes, sir.
Pass to Francis. Now here's Howard. Stolen by O'Neal. Driving inside. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And so athletic for a guy his size. O'Neal just glides to the basket with ease.
Juling the pass to Howard. Over Granger. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Juling. 8 points for Howard.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Left side, O'Neal. Jackson passes to Johnson. And he banks in the layup. And the Pacers lead by 4.
Good job offensively, creating a nice look inside.
Orlando, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And Indiana making a change here. Foster's checked in. Deshaun Stevenson, he's checked in for the Magic. Juling the pass to Francis. Here's Stevenson. Howard setting the pick for Stevenson. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Not only does Howard set perfect screens, he cuts quickly after the pick has been set. Just the perfect pick and roll play.
Stolen by Juling. By himself. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Caught the defense sleeping and sets up a wide open shot.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pacers. Pass to Foster. And it's Foster finishing it off.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
Here's Francis. Howard kicks to Stevenson. Nailed from three-point land.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Pass to Artest. Foster down low. Working on Howard. And it's Foster missing.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Howard, the pass to Outlaw. And some changes here for the Pacers. Walker's checked in for O'Neal. And it's Granger in for Artest. Pass to Garrity. Back to Nelson. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Johnson kicks to Walker. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Jones checked in for Indiana. Orlando leading by 3. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Stevenson, and it's slammed in by Stevenson.
Getting downhill and taking flight. What a move.
And so it's Indiana with it. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me, and whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 13-4 run, and it's Hill with the jam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Johnson. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Jones, no one around him. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Magic leading by 7. Here's Stevenson. Here's Cato. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Walker. Here's Foster, and it's Foster finishing it off.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Nelson, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Nelson's got 5 now.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Orlando out in front as they end the first quarter on a 20-6 run. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Orlando.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now, here is Nelson. Hill deciding where to go with it. Here's the floater. The Pacers pull it in. Johnson outside. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Foster. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Foster's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers. And so it's Nelson with it. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
And, you know, things can get hectic in the paint, so you got to be able to stay calm.
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And Indiana making a change here. Tinsley's checked in. Here's Tinsley. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Takes it from 10. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Foster's got 4 points in the quarter. Magic leading by 9. Nelson, the pass to Dooling. Hill with it. Pass to Dooling. There's the 3. Kept alive. That one drops for him. He has 7.
Second chance points. They can decide games.
For Indiana, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Jones with the bounce pass. Here's Tinsley. Kicks it out to Granger. Off target with his 3. Well, Orlando shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Here's Cato. And it's Orlando with another. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And Orlando making a change here. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Tinsley, and there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Jackson, he's checked in for Jones. And the Magic making a change here as well. Howard's checked in. Magic leading by 13. Nelson kicks to Turkoglu. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. One of the stories last season, the return of the great Michael Jordan, coming out of retirement. Clark, how'd you think Michael looked?
Well, he looked a little rusty, but he's still Michael Jordan, and it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, for him to get back to the level he was at before he left the game. He came back, his first game back, he scores 22. That says it all right there. He helped Washington nearly double their win total. So, yeah, he's still got it a little bit.
And the Magic making a change here. Stevenson's checked in. On defense, the Pacers. It's a 14-point game. Orlando moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Nelson. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
They need this, and it's Granger laying it in. 6 points for Danny Granger.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Howard. Stevenson outside. They get the rebound. Oh, and the dunk by Howard.
And that's just super strength there by Howard. So good at connecting on these shots despite the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And, guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
On the free throw, no good.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Here's Tinsley. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound. Magic leading by 16. Here's Stevenson. And the rebound goes to Jackson.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Tinsley up top. Pass to Bender. Here's O'Neal. and it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Here's Stevenson after Indiana gets the three. Howard with a screen on Jackson. Stevenson with the bounce back.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like the fact that Howard is really good at staying aggressive when he knows he's hot, in attack mode on the offensive end.
Here's Tinsley. 6 points for him. Jackson down low. He's guarded by Stevenson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And so here's Orlando. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Francis. Stolen by Tinsley. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And Bender throws it down.
The best way to pressure a defense is in transition. Nice job to get up the court there in a hurry.
Stevenson with it. He's got 5. Here's Francis. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
Doing a nice job defensively that time. O'Neal throwing that one in reverse.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Now, here's Stevenson. His last outing, he had 8 points. There's the screen. Here's Francis. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Boy, really love the athleticism Francis has. Gets off the floor quickly to jam it home.
Now Tinsley. He's got 6. Pass to Jackson. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Magic leading by 9. Here's Francis. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Tinsley. Crozier controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Francis. Tinsley covering. With the teardrop. And that one's good, Francis. Francis has got 4 this quarter.
And Francis, fearless as a player. Somebody that feels like he can score inside anytime he wants to.
Tinsley pass to Bender. Clock at 4. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Tinsley with the drive, and it's good for 2. Tinsley's got 8 points.
And great at creating space against the defense. You can't give him those lanes.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Artests, he's checked in for the Pacers. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Indiana, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference. And, of course, there's the Magic, 3 spots below.
And when I look at Orlando, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And so here is Indiana. Magic knocking down the tray. Pass to Tinsley. Here's Bender. He's guarded by Stevenson. A shot by Crozier, no good. Magic leading by 10. Stolen by Tinsley. Now the Pacers moving it up. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Pass to Outlaw. Screen by Howard. And it's Outlaw with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Crozier. The Magic getting the bucket. The shot by Tinsley, no good. And here comes the break. Howard, the pass to Outlaw. The putback, and Howard with the second chance points. And it's a 12-point Orlando lead.
Cannot leave Howard alone on the offensive glass. When you do, he's making you pay for that mistake.
There's a minute 40 left in the first half. And finished off by O'Neal.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pass to Outlaw. Here's Francis. The three. It's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Tinsley. Here's Crozier. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, a coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now here's Stevenson. 8 points for him. Screen by Howard. To the inside. The rebound by Crozier. Crozier's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside, here's O'Neal. That one falls off Tinsley's feet. Tinsley's got 4 assists now tonight.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Now, here's Stevenson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's sent back by O'Neal. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Crozier. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, that's superb concentration to get the hoop and the foul there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
And, you know, Austin Crozier is one of those really nice complementary role players for this team. He's a big man that can score and also has some range with his game.
Here's Francis. Shoots over Johnson. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Magic lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Pass to Outlaw, and stolen by Granger. Jumps up, and it's Granger with the jam.
and the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Now, here's Howard. Teardrop shot. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now Tinsley. Pass to Jackson. Now Tinsley. 6 to shoot. Screen by O'Neal. Releases. He shoots again. Tries yet again. And the layup is good. O'Neal's got 12 points in the game.
6'11", skilled, athletic. When Jermaine O'Neal puts it all together, we are going to see some monster games.
Here's Francis. 10 points for him. Howard, good. 18 points for him.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, O'Neal. And the slam dunk by Granger.
Moving that ball crisply when he sees an open teammate. Boom! It's out of his hand.
Hey, yo, right here.
Hill passes to Francis.
Turk a little.
Howard dishes to Hill. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And it goes down 2 points. Indiana trails by 3.
Hey, who's watching now?
And Tinsley kicks to Jackson. Pass to Artest. Hammers it down right over the D.
Thunderous jam. Wow.
The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And here is Outlaw. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Francis. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Tinsley. Back to Jackson. Artest up top. 5 on the clock. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Here's Francis. 10 points for him. And here's Hill for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. O'Neal's got 8 rebounds in this game. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
And Jackson throws it down.
Reeling that shot in and one.
The Pacers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And 72% on the year, I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Jeff Foster's checked in for Jermaine O'Neal. Here's Nelson. He has 5. Pass to Howard. On the wing, Stevenson. Covered by Artest. Hill has the open look. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Foster passes to Tinsley. Now here's Granger. Indiana moving it around. Here's Foster. Hill pulls it in. Orlando trails by 4. Stolen by Granger. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And he gets it to go. Tinsley's got 10. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Indiana?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, where they just jump at it.
For Artest, it's about finding his rhythm, and when he does, he's most effective.
The Magic have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Now, here is Nelson. He's guarded closely. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Here's Jackson. That's in there. Tinsley with the assist. Tinsley's got 6 assists now in the game.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Stevenson passes to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
Now Tinsley. 10 points for him. Pass to Jackson. Granger outside. Tinsley dishes to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Shakes him. He takes it in.
Artest driving to the rack with purpose. A nice combination of hustle and muscle.
Orlando trails by 10. Now, here is Nelson. 5 points in the game. Outside Hill. Back to Nelson. Drills it from outside. Nelson's got 8 points.
The point guard, Nelson, an effective three-point shooter because he understands when to take that shot.
Granger outside. Pass to Jackson. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And here's Hill for 3. Rebound by Ron Artest. Indiana leading by 7. Here's Foster. He's got 8. Nelson with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Outlaw. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Wanting to improve as a distributor, Howard helps whenever he dishes it like that. Just opens things up for him and his team.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. On the wing, Johnson. Over Nelson. Johnson can't get it to go.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Here's Cato, and he jams it with authority.
2 points the hard way there. Battling, willing that bucket in.
Johnson, the pass to Walker. That one goes in.
This is what Walker is all about offensively. Getting point-blank shots.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Indiana making a change here. Bender's checked in. Free throw, no good for Walker.
You know, Samaki Walker is a guy not only with good size, but he knows how to use it. His focus is on the glass, on the interior, and at the defensive end. And he stays within himself out there.
Now Walker following Jameer Nelson's three-point attempt. And the dunk by Walker.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Dueling with it, defended by Jones. Nelson outside. Misses from close range. Indiana leading by 7. Jones drives in, and Jones with the stuff.
Oh, great job to punch it in off the drive. Let them know you've arrived.
And for the Magic, they're shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Pass to Nelson. Fires for 3. Here's Cato. Walker with the rebound. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Now, here's Johnson. Jones in the post. He's covered by Dooley. And Jones with the stuff.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Johnson. Walker with the screen for Johnson. To the middle. And finished off by Walker.
Showing some mobility in the pick and roll that time, Samaki Walker. That was impressive execution right there.
Nelson outside. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Here's Cato, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And Nelson gets it to go.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Johnson outside. 1:02 left to play in the third. From the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Cato. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now here's Johnson. Walker a screen. From 11 feet away, Johnson's shot is off.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Hill. He has 7. Great positioning on the putback. And now just a 2-point Pacer lead.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
Walker is screen on Nelson. Johnson goes in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Pacers up by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Tinsley kicks to Johnson. Pass to Granger. Oh, and the jam by Granger.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Garrity with some arc. Here's Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
Look, it's been this way for him all night. Points have come in bunches and easy.
Now Tinsley. Granger outside. Pass to O'Neal. And Garrity pulls it down. Garrity's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Francis. Screen by Howard. There's the triple. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Johnson, the pass to Granger. And Danny Granger gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Francis, guarded by Jackson. High, arcing shot, and that one's good, Francis. Francis has got it all tied up now for the Magic.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Tinsley pass to Jackson. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Dooling. Pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And the strength of Howard is tremendous, which makes him hard to stop when he catches it that low.
Outside Artest. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. O'Neal. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
O'Neal doing a nice job using his frame and strength to take the hit and still finish the shot.
The free throw off from O'Neal.
You know, he's somebody his guys like playing with because he does whatever is necessary to win.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to O'Neal. And it's sent back by Howard. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Francis. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Here's Tinsley. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
Taking that opportunity to shoot it from range, looking for the biggest bucket he can knock down.
Here's Dooling. Tinsley covering. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Firing with conviction. You love to see that.
Here's Tinsley. He's covered by Dooling. And O'Neal gets it to go.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Garrity. Pass to Francis. Takes the 3. Rebound by Ron Artest. Pacers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Dooling with it. Tinsley covering. And here's Turkoglu. No good from outside. And there's the drive. Good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Orlando trails by 4. Here's Francis. Pass to Howard. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Doing some solid looks for them.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Francis. And here's Dooley. Pass to Francis. Here's Garrity for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's Jackson. Granger with the ball. From deep. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's. Here's Garrity. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Here's Tinsley. It's picked off. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Tinsley. He's covered by Dooley. Jackson, that's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Turkoglu. Pass to Francis. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. Francis has got 9 points in the quarter.
Terrific pass that time by Hedo. Already an outstanding offensive player. I think his passing skills should improve as he continues to grow into his game.
Right side O'Neal. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Garrity's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Dooling. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
Oh, get that out of here.
Now Tinsley. Outside Artest. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time. And the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Now here's Howard. Over to the wing. Fades and shoots. Garrity, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pacers. Granger outside for the 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Here's Francis, guarded by Jackson. Here's Howard, banked in off the glass. Howard's got 12 points in just the second half.
Sleep on Dwight Howard at your own risk. He steps up when his team needs him to.
Outside Jackson. O'Neal sets the screen for Jackson. Pass to O'Neal. Rebounded by Howard. Orlando leading. Francis passes to Howard. Here's Garrity. We've got 1:55 left in the game. 5 on the clock. For 3, Dooling. That one, no good. And for the Pacers, they're shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Here's Tinsley. He's covered by Dooling. Now Tinsley. Back to Granger. Fires the three. That one falls off Tinsley's feet.
Did a nice job of staying ready for that pass. Shot preparation was great. Caught it and let it go.
The Magic called timeout. Orlando making some changes. Outlaws checked in, and Nelson is subbed in for Dooling. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Orlando's coach talk to his team. Now, coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Francis. Here's the teardrop. Oh, that's blocked. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to O'Neal. Over Howard. O'Neal, no good. The Magic shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Francis passes to Turkoglu. And here's Outlaw for three. Knocks down the trifecta.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Jackson finds O'Neal. Here's Tinsley. Another shot. Turkoglu outside. And the three off target.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
That's the way to go.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
The Magic called timeout. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Francis from downtown, and Turkoglu is good for three.
That's a big bucket for Turkoglu and his team. He's a guy you can definitely count on to deliver.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Here's Tinsley. Pass to O'Neal. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game